Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of the channel. I am Mecha OG and today I'll be talking about one of the super beings in the game. The reason behind making the video is I tend to grasp stuff a lot better in a video format rather than text and paragraphs of writing. If you're just like me, I'm hoping you will enjoy this video. So right over here, this is the super being we'll be talking about today. His name is Daigon Armakhton, and it's a level 14 super being that people can fight, and you can fight it starting level 14 as well. And it is related to the Fighters Against Shias reputation. Right on the left side, you will see certain badges from the different reputation levels, but we'll not be going into too much depth with the Fighters Against Shias. If you're interested in knowing more about this reputation, let me know and I can make a different video for that. Fighting the super being, you will get one of these crystals, which is a minute Shias fragment, and this will give you 20 reputation points. And going this method, you can increase your reputation up to 300. So once you're 300, you will no longer be getting any reputation from fighting Daigon super being. So let's talk about the abilities of this monster. As you can see, his health points are 53,000. And a quick note, you cannot summon any mounts or any summons in this fight. You do not have the ability to summon those, so it is essentially just players versus the super being. And yeah, so you have to fight it on your own or with your party. So to start with, first of his abilities is no stun, which means that you cannot stun the super being, and anything that would have stunned him would rather do double damage. So for example, if your character would have stunned at that attack, it would rather do double damage rather than stunning the monster. Next up is multiple fights. It fights the multiple players at the same time. So while you're fighting it, your party members will be fighting the same thing, and you will see in the real time his HP decreases even when you're not hitting him. These are a bit more complicated ones, and I will go in much more depth, but to just give you a quick idea, his another ability is Felt Armor, which puts spectral plates on himself. Then there's also Felt Glaze, which puts felt cover on himself. And lastly, there is Source Confrontation, which either uses the Daigon Spirit Mark or Felt Power Sign. Alright, let's start with the Felt Armor. The Felt Armor, Daigon will cast this symbol on himself, and you have 6 seconds to remove this with the Scroll of Anti-Magic. In case you do not remove this, Daigon will put an effect on himself, which will absorb all the damage you do up to the point of 24% his maximum HP. That's a lot of damage he absorbs. So it's best you remove it right away. Next up is Felt Glaze, and the Daigon will cast this symbol on itself. And again, quickly remove this with the Scroll of Anti-Magic. If you do not remove this, Daigon will cast the symbol, the last symbol there, on the players. And this symbol, when casted upon you, all your damage, 65% of it, will be reflected back. So if you hit 400, you will take 65%, so 65 damage yourself. It's a very strong one, and this lasts for 80 seconds. Next up is Source Confrontation. Daigon will either cast the first or the second effect on itself and the players. So all players will have either of these effects, and Daigon will have one of these as well. If your effect does not match the same as Daigon, so for example, if Daigon casts the first one itself and you have the second one, your damage to Daigon is reduced by 65%. You're exhausted and that symbol is upon you. So you can either cast Charm on yourself or an Anti-Magic on the Daigon, and it will recast one of these symbols. That's a random chance. He might cast the same symbol again or a different one, so it's a very random chance. And if the symbols do not match, you can recast it again. So you can use the scroll again. Here's a suggested strategy for this fight. Again, it's just a suggestion from me. You can do however you like. So I would recommend a party size of 2 or more. You can definitely do it solo as well. You can definitely buff up and go solo, but I recommend doing a doing it 2 or more. To start with, if you have 10 slots, which is a belt of 3 and a sash of 3, use Giant in 1 slot, Spirit to increase your mana, Atashi to bring back HP from all the mana attacks, 1 slot of anti-magic scrolls, 1 slot of charm dispersal, mana slots to regain mana, 2 slots at the minimum. You can use scrolls or potions, whichever you like, and healing, so life elixirs or healing scrolls, whichever you prefer. Now here's a little quick strategy. Assign 1 player to watch the first symbol and another to watch the second symbol. That's why, as I said, 2 is the minimum is good. As soon as, if you're assigned to one of the symbols and you see one of the symbols appear, use your anti-magic on the enemy. You need to get rid of those very quickly. If for some reason you do not manage to get rid of the second one and the Daigon casts the purple symbol on yourself, just go into a block, get out of your glaze as well, and start stalling it. It takes 80 seconds to disappear. That's a lot of reflect, so I suggest you do not hit him while it is going on, or hit in your block so it hits very less. And lastly, when either of the last effects appear, make sure your effect is same as Daigon. If you have opposite effects, use Charm on yourself to change it and hope to get the same one. I suggest using Charm on yourself rather than anti-magic on the boss, because you do not want to waste anti-magics. You have more things to do with those. And also, if you change it on the boss, then other players have to use their Charm on themselves to change it again. So always just use Charm on yourself. But that's pretty much it for the Daigon. Good luck out there, and if you would like to see more videos, just comment down and let me know. Thank you.